Hilarious. இது நம்ம family.
வாட்ஸ்அப் வழியாக இங்கிலீஷ் கஃபே மூலம் உங்களுடைய ஓய்வு நேரத்தில் ஆங்கிலம் கற்கலாம். மேலும் விவரங்களுக்கு 7418809324 இந்த நம்பருக்கு வாட்ஸ்அப் பண்ணுங்க.
Mass media has such a strong influence on the public, on people in the messaging. Do you think media, news media, mass media can do a lot more in making people aware of child rights and empowering children to speak up?
Good evening to everybody. It's a pleasure being here for Apsara. I think for 3 years she's been asking me to become, but every time I was traveling or something, and this year we said, yes, we're going to be here. I'm very happy to be here, part of this evening, and see how in a small way we can change society. It's very surprising that today we are talking so much, we are trying to make people aware, we are trying to, say a lot of things. And your question about mass media, mass, and responsibility for channels is pathetically very low. Pathetically very low. Every time, we are always trying to stand up and say, let's not do this, let's not do that. And for us also it's been a very journey of a learning curve for all of us. I started off very, very young. So, for me to understand, would anybody believe I used to be such a soft-spoken, quiet, yeah. Now look who's laughing. Suma, I got you for that, okay? I used to be. And at one point, when I came to films, I decided, Maya knows me for donkey's years, so she knows that I was a very quiet, I used to just mind my own business, I used to read a lot of books, and nobody, even my father never thought I was going to be an actress. I was an accidental actress. So, and it's over the years that I've learned to toughen myself up. I had nobody to tell me, what is this, what is that. I'm talking from my own experience, okay? As a media personality, and today mother, grandmother, whatever you want. I don't like the word grandmother. For my child's mistake, I don't have to be labeled. That's how I look at it. So I have trained my daughter's kids to call me Mama. Okay, so when I go and catch her, she's, the other day I was just holding her and she said, don't do bad touch, Mama. She's telling me that. So I said, oh, okay, sorry. So I think now with so much changing, evolving, challenges of a digital world and social media, we have to learn and unlearn a lot of things. So I feel even in films, even in news channels, they need to wake up to the fact that, not have a very infallible attitude towards everything. They need to wake up and make everybody understand. Even in small ways, people don't like to be advised, people don't like to be said, to all the mothers, please take care of your children more, be more responsible, be, more than spending time with yourself, trying to, acknowledge the child's needs. But in films, sadly, sometimes, I won't blame everybody, but sometimes, yes, it does go wrong. It does not show the right thing. So recently when I tweeted about a movie saying I really was sick watching that film, I didn't tell the title of the film.
Everybody figured out what the title was. You don't have to answer it. Any guesses?
Okay, I'm not saying anything, but yeah, I just found that I know that people get very offended. I know a lot of women who like the movie, so it's each person's perspective, and I don't want to say anything else about the movie. It's adding too much of focus on it. But it's very sad that our responsibility, is changing. So when I tweeted somebody sent a screenshot. I don't usually read comments which are written below, but somebody sent me a screenshot saying, "A buddhi." I don't know what was buddhi because my Hindi is very poor, but I figured it's something very unsavory. Why don't you retire? I don't know from what he's asking me to retire. But anyway, I just read it and I just thought it was very sad that, society is not going very responsible, especially in movies. So there was a particular movie I remember. Please, can I recall that?
Yes.
Yeah. It was a film which I first acted with my husband. Then he was a very good friend, Sharath. So I remember that film. There was a scene where he's the husband and me and my son in the film is also Sharath, played by Sharath, where the father and son are having a small argument where the father saying, "You cannot hit people on the road, you cannot misbehave with people, this is not right." And he says, "No, when there's something wrong, I will say it." And then the father, not knowing what to do, slaps me. Now I'm a union leader. I was supposed to be a union leader who has married him. And he slaps me and he says, then the son gets angry. He says, "See, you get angry when I hit your mother, so you realize that you cannot go out and do the same thing." Till then it was all going okay. Okay? And suddenly the director says, "Ma'am, your next line is, the husband will come to you." Now the son has gone off in a huff and the husband comes to me. Sharath was playing the role and says, "I'm sorry I hit you." Till then it was fine. And I turn around and I say, "I have to say, it's okay that you hit me. I was waiting for you to hit me all these years so that I wanted to know that." I said, "My bloody foot." I'm not saying this lines. I said, "There are some dumb women who are watching this movie. There are women who are easily influenced. There are women who can get carried away with these things. And they must be thinking, oh, is it all right for my husband to hit me?" I said, "Whack him back." I said, "I'm not saying these lines." So the director and me were in this argument. I just stood my ground. I said, "Nope, I will not say it." So they went to Sharath and said, "Sir, why don't you tell her to say this line?" He says, "I will get slapped. Please, you will go convince her." I refused. Until today, I never said those lines. Okay, this is in my small way. This is not for any appreciation. It's for all the women to stand up to all these things. Even for us as actors and for media to stand up and say no. Okay? Because we cannot shy away from the responsibility of tomorrow for today's benefit.
Any other question quickly one for Mrs. Atishta and one for Radhika ma'am?
Good evening. I wanted to tell Radhika ma'am that my children at Redwood clean up and please come and visit us because it's the Montessori way.
Lovely.
Yes, and I also wanted to ask y'all, as an actor, isn't it the actor's choice not to take that film that shows sort of the movie we were talking about? Say we won't name it. But isn't that actor doing a disservice because he has a large fan base? Isn't it a personal choice also? Don't we have responsibilities?
Yes, we do. We do, and it's our choice to say no. And I think not most of the actors would follow that. In today's world, a fast-moving world, they all want to be validated. So, finding validation, I think it blurs the vision. Yeah? But it is a responsible way for us as parents or as actors to say, no, we will not do this.